I am willing to allow the fact that these parents could be the worst people in the world, if not the best, both ways, but I don't care. I care about the kids, and I'm asking for such things as to stop these sweeps and this terrorizing of families. I'd like to see them get some running water and a bathroom, and I have an idea for you. How would you like to stay in my celebrity tent?
Yeah,
would you like to do that?
And I'm homeless.
Boy, I've been around this world and I've seen a lot of slums, and I found one. Only it wasn't in Guatemala. It wasn't in China. It wasn't in Indonesia. It wasn't in Manila. It was in our own backyard in Kaka'ako, where children are living in a very third world environment, a very dangerous environment, a very unhealthy one, a very mentally unhealthy environment. And it was an accident. And when I went down there, I realized it wasn't going to be a matter of asking them to stand up and to say that they cared. It would be a matter of me having to get down there and prove to them that I cared. So I've been living in the park, and I want to say, seriously, it's made me a better human being, and I would recommend it to any of you to not necessarily move into the park, which, by the way, I'm going after all these folks to take my place in the tent. And if the media won't pay attention to little old me, I'm sure they'll pay attention to people who are, quote-unquote, somebody. Apparently, these children are nobody. I'm here now in Kaka'ako. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but I moved in here in a tent. My tent's next door. Right now, I am in the gracious and presence and incredible aloha from two people that I've met down here, a husband and wife with their children, Deborah and Ray. Deborah, aloha.
Aloha.
Ray. Aloha. Kids. All right, and these are my next door neighbors. I've got more on the other side, and for hundreds and hundreds of meters, and somewhere between what I can tell, 40 to 60 children live here in the park in Kaka'ako. My point of view is that they want to blame the homeless for being in the street. So what do? They put what's called a shelter together. The most scary, like a mental institution you'd ever want to live in. And they want the people to believe that you guys are, for some reason, not going to this shelter because you're deadbeats. In other words, they've given you a solution, and it's a shelter, and so it's all your fault. It's got to change. Enough is enough. We've got to stop these sweeps. We've got to admit, from my point of view, that we are part of the problem, and society has generally had to create this. Well, fine, if we're going to create it, let's accept the responsibility. Let's clean up the mess ourselves, and let's stop the cycle of it. I repeat, it's not the kids' fault. I don't care how you feel about their parents. Let's go save these kids, okay? Done. Enough is enough. No more sweeps. Let's give them some water. Let's give them a bathroom. And then we'll find a place for them to live. And don't tell me to send them to a shelter. Just go there yourself. I wouldn't want to stay there as an adult, let alone take my children to a shelter.
Well, Jeff, we're happy to support you here, knowing you're going street grade with one of the delicate situations. And we need to address this because every year and every month and every day it only gets worse. We have to get a solution going.
And malama the keikis, because the keikis never have to be brought here. So we appreciate what you're doing here. Hopefully it can get addressed by the right people, and some things can be done to find a solution to help the keikis.
What about the idea that these are just a bunch of lazy homeless people who should
homeless?